What's up, guys? We are back at my dad's, and before we go hang out in his lovely backyard oasis and smoke cigars, we're gonna have a little fun trying some drink mixes, or just one in particular. So you've seen, my dad do a lot of different things, and now he's gonna play bartender. So let's go see what he came up with.
Hey, sports fans, what's up? So, what we're going to do tonight, we were coming up with great drink names and then going, how the hell are we going to make that? And so we were going to make an Eagle Flies at Dawn, which is kind of a take on a tequila sunrise, but we were going to use Eagle Rare. The problem is all you bougie millennials bought up all the Eagle Rare. We can't find it anywhere, and so we had to improvise a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to make an Old Fashioned, okay, sort of a take on the Old Fashioned. So what we're going to do is we're going to use Elijah Craig small batch bourbon, and I would say rather than break out your shot glass, you just pour as much as you want. I'm going to probably do 2 fingers. We would have had larger cubes, but hey, that's another story. Okay, so we don't have time. So
who has time?
We're going to add some soda, not a ton. I mean, do it to your taste. And then what we have here is freshly squeezed passion fruit juice, which, by the way, came fresh from our vines outside.
Nice.
So you can do this to your liking. So we're going to add a little bit of passion fruit. And if this isn't sweet enough, you guys can add a little simple syrup, or you can add some stevia, whatever you like. And then just to finish this bad boy off, we're going to twist that lemon.
What a twist.
Release those oils. And then some of these are tearing, so we're just going to gently twist that, and there you got an Old Fashioned.
All right.
Try it and enjoy.
Down the hatch, Pop.
Oh yeah. It's delicious.
He's good. Now we just need to figure out which cigars we're going to pair it with. So we'll be back and we'll let you know what we picked out. All right, so here we are in what my dad refers to, and what I mentioned before, his backyard oasis.
My staycation destination.
Yes, exactly. If you ever want to feel completely relaxed and chill, no matter what's going on in your life, this is definitely the place to do it, and I have done that many a time. So, Dad, we just, you just made us a couple of drinks.
I invented it.
Yeah, he invented it, the Old Fashioned. Now, he, as you mentioned before, he wanted to do what's called the Eagle Flies at Dawn. Now, I will say that the story behind that's actually kind of funny, because Dad didn't even remember that's what he wanted to call the drink.
Well, I had been drinking at the time and feeling rather creative, and I can't remember everything during the creative process. So.
He was drinking a lot. We were in Mexico, and
old Mexico.
Yeah, and it was why not sort of mentality. But
there was no wine.
There was no wine. It was just a lot of margaritas and whatever else they happened to have at the resort.
Rum,
so
Diet Coke.
Yep.
Some whiskey was involved.
A little bit. So, but it was a good time, and I'm sure eventually we'll get to that drink. We'll make it at some point or another.
Yeah, provided all you douchebag millennials stop buying up all the Eagle Rare.
Okay.
It's a great bottle of bourbon that's like $30, but you guys buy it all up like it's liquid gold.
Okay, come on now.
And then us old folks can't get a hold of it because we don't move as fast as you do.
You realize
Go buy your crypto and stay at home and stop drinking our whiskey.
You realize that your son is a millennial, right?
No, you're not.
I didn't, but technically I am.
I thought you were Gen X.
No, Gen X is about 3 years before me.
Well,
so I was born right at the cutoff. So I'm, as Eliza Schlesinger refers to, as an elder millennial. So
okay.
I still respect my parents, and I don't whine that everything isn't handed to me. So at least that's what I hear millennials.
Yeah, but
like.
At least he has the courtesy to wait for me to buy the Eagle Rare instead of buying it out from underneath me.
Hey, well, yes, but I, would like to buy my own Eagle Rare. I'm pretty sure you raised me to.
I will let you buy your own
to buy. You don't have to buy it
for with me.
I can buy it myself, Dad. So. The drink is delicious. Refer back to what he showed you. It's really easy to make if you're able to buy some passion fruit, or you grow it yourself like this guy does.
You can buy passion fruit syrup at a lot of
make it easy on yourself.
Make it easy. By the way, I misspoke earlier. My wife did sneak in some simple syrup.
Yep.
You can use a sweetener if you like. I prefer to taste it without and then adjust accordingly. Any old-fashioned, you usually have a squeeze of simple syrup and some bitters. By the way, this recipe has no bitters. It's just soda, passion fruit, and whiskey, and
it's good stuff.
A dash of simple syrup. So, and then don't forget that lemon twist.
No, don't forget the twist. You got to throw that in at the end. It kind of activates the drink just a little bit with those lemon oils and all that kind of stuff. So, but with that being said, we figured out which cigar we wanted to pair with it. Dad was kind of going through his collection, and we landed on the Perdomo Lot 23. So I have no idea what's in the cigar, but then again, you guys probably don't care. I mean, that's really those are just details.
Well, there's a lot in it.
There's a lot
with
in
a little cigar. I mean, it's what my friend Anthony likes to call a big cigar.
A big cigar in a small package.
Yeah.
So we're going to enjoy these smokes while we drink this and probably just shoot the shit about random stuff and what Dad's been up to lately, because you guys haven't seen him in a while. So, but he's
haven't gotten any better looking. Haven't gotten any thinner. A lot wiser.
Well,
definitely older.
I think they're just glad that you're here, because whenever I put out a video with you in it, everybody's very, very happy to see you. So,
well, happy to see all of you, even though I can't see anyone. But
I just report back all.
I
the
virtually
stuff.
see you. I see you. And you.
I
see you, Craig, in Australia. I see you, Cigar Titans.
Yes.
All smug, sitting in your Titan room.
It's technically just a garage, if it makes you feel better.
The fortress of solitude.
I feel
solemnity.
I feel like they might want to actually rather hang out here, possibly.
The G-Raj.
Yes, the G-Raj.
All right, cool. Hey, you're welcome anytime.
So, Dad, you wanna use the fun accessory?
Check it out.
Yes.
My son's got accessory swag. I hope I don't use it improperly.
There goes the microphone.
There goes the mic.
I have done that so many times.
So this mic is delicate to the touch.
Yes, but go ahead and set it up as you will. There you go.
There we go.
It's more stable now, unlike your children. I love
fire. Sorry.
Don't waste my butane.
Toasty. No spray paint residue whatsoever.
Yeah, I know, right? Because that just would kind of take away from the whole experience.
By the way, I will warn the viewers ahead of time. My Lot 23 is it's got some loose leaf on it, so if it blows up later,
it happens.
It happens.
It happens. It kind of adds character to the experience, provided it doesn't blow up.
But I've had a couple from this batch, and I got to tell you, no such thing happened. So this one may have gotten damaged in shipping, or truth be told, maybe I dropped it when I was loading the old humidor. They came in a bunch of 5-packs, and so this might have been the one in the corner.
Yeah.
Could have hit the ground. Could have been anything. Could have been not enough humidity. I doubt it. I set my humidor at about 72% humidity.
That's what I set it at.
So it's highly unlikely that was the case, but I'm willing to accept my fate and my failure. So
well,
I don't want to blame the good folks at Perdomo.
A bit of loose leaf never hurt anybody, so long as it's just a little bit towards the foot or the middle.
If loose lips sink ships, what do loose leaves sink?
I have nothing clever to say in response.
Call into our show and give us your suggestions.
We won't answer during the show, but yeah, call in. So,
tasting there, sonny boy.
Well, let's after I take a sip of that drink, which pairs quite nicely, I might add.
Actually, it does. It complements the passion fruit.
Interestingly enough, yeah, it does. Now it says on the bottom of the van, Esteli Nicaragua. I have said it over and over. Nicaraguan tobacco is my favorite out of all.
Esteli is kind of like Oakville and Napa. It's
yes,
just, one of those places.
It is.
Whatever you smoke from there, it's going to be good.
Out of all the regions in Nicaragua, Esteli tends to be the most popular. It also tends to produce some really, really tasty cigars. But yeah, I never have had a bad experience with anything that had Nicaraguan tobacco in it. It may not have been like the best experience in the world, but I think the inclusion of Nicaraguan tobacco in the cigar always makes it better. And like you said, it really complements the drink, that complements the passion fruit, because there's a light little sweetness to it. And yeah, it's just really nice and subtle, smooth, and I like it.
I've only had one bad experience in Nicaragua, but it involved arms and a very small plane and a dirt runway.
You've been?
That's another story.
I didn't know you've actually been to Nicaragua.
I can't tell you the whole story. I'd have to kill you. And I love you. I don't want to do that. I didn't say where, just said Nicaragua. Nicaragua.
Nicaragua. How much have you had to drink?
Well, I did have 2 margaritas at dinner before I got here tonight. So,
Okay, dokie.
Just enough to...
Trying to say Nicaragua, 2 margaritas in, and then an old passion might be a little tricky.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Pop? What are you experiencing just in that little bit?
Well, call me crazy.
I usually do.
Not when I'm around, but that's okay. I'll give you that one. So, I always taste a bit of chocolatey notes on cigars from this area.
Yes. I will concur with that.
Just, that cocoa on the back of your palate.
Mm-hmm.
But nice, smooth draw. And you guys have heard me say before, I love the rich smoke.
Mm-hmm.
And what I hate is when you have a really smooth draw and you come out with... remember when it's cold outside and you breathe and a little frostiness comes out? That's no good for me.
No.
Like rich, deep smoke.
Absolutely.
And this has got all of that.
You want the stuff that looks like you're in like -0 degrees weather, where it's nice and plumy and thick.
Ideally,
and stuff
I want
like
a cloud around my head.
Yes, exactly.
I have to clear out myself. So yeah, this is fantastic. But as I noted, you can see there.
Yeah, it's getting a little
coming
bit
undone, but it still hasn't altered the quality of the smoke.
Does it feel like it's still pretty solid to the touch?
Tight.
Like when you're
Absolutely.
this one's packed pretty well. Admittedly, I'm getting a little bit of a tight draw.
Not terribly warm on this end of the cigar. As you can see my fingers there. So unfortunately, it's the damage has been done there. So we'll see what happens.
Look at the cherry on that. Nice glow.
Yeah. Pretty nice, even burn.
Yeah, exactly. So it's been a while since I smoked a Perdomo, and I think trying to remember which one I reviewed for the channel, but I remember it being really, really good. A buddy of mine sent me. He's like a Perdomo super fan.
Mm-hmm.
He's gotten to hang out with some folks from the Perdomo family.
Wow.
And he just he sent me some Perdomo sticks. Yes, exactly, definitely. But the only Perdomo I had it wasn't a bad experience. It was more just like meh. I think it was like one of their Connecticut's that I had, and it wasn't really all that impressive.
That just seems to be the magic letter of the alphabet, the letter P, when it comes to cigars. I mean, there's so many great, you've got Patel, you've got Padron, you've got, the list goes on and on. I don't know what it is, if it's just the maturing of, the area where they've made cigars, where they've all chosen to kind of hang their hats. And, I just can't think of... Padron, Patel, Padilla, Patel. I mean, it's just wow.
See, that's, I think, and just so that way there's a little bit of contrast, because I think that's where you and I differ. Because when it comes to, for me and Rocky Patel, I just feel like for the most part they're just okay.
I would agree. It depends on what cigar you're smoking in the Rocky line, and there are some that I think are fantastic, and then there's some that are just kind of. It's a good everyday cigar, but I'll tell you what, I don't think I've ever smoked a Patel that disappointed me in any way, shape, or form. It just wasn't as good as, the top of the line or the middle of the line, and so, but they try so many new and different things, and you have several members of the family coming out with their own cigars, and so, nobody bats 1,000 in baseball, or goes 20 for 20 from the 3-point line, so and nobody goes undefeated in business. It's just if you're not trying and failing, then you're not going to succeed either. So my hat's off to those cigar makers that try again and again to project different flavors and keep trying new things, because you could certainly sit on the same 4, 6, or 8 cigars and make a nice line for yourself, but the longer you're in business, it's create or die.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, speaking of which, I want to offer a actual verbal congratulations to our friend Alec Cuevas, who blended his very own cigar for the Casa Cuevas line, and that was just recently released, the Sangre Nueva, which we're going to be getting some here pretty soon.
New blood, baby.
New blood, exactly. And that's exactly what Alec was for the company, and now he's director of brand development at Casa Cuevas, and he created his own cigar. His granddad thought he was ready, and he created this amazing cigar, and it was an absolute hit at PCA this year. So
awesome.
Cheers, Alec.
Salud.
Absolutely. So, and that's no easy task. That's no easy task even if you have a moderate knowledge of tobacco, or even if you are a master blender. I can't imagine it's something that's easy to do.
Amen. Yeah.
So,
I think that, again, lots of trial, lots of error. I mean, we could have mixed a lot of things in this glass and come up with maple syrup, I guess.
Yeah.
But again, it was about flavors and profiling, and you know, I think a lot of you folks may comment later on that the eagle flies at dawn. I mean, it's a tequila sunrise with whiskey in it, quite frank. But
What?
Maybe it's a Harvey Wallbanger, and I just didn't realize it. I don't know. All I know is the Bible says there's nothing new under the sun, and everything old is new
No,
again.
for the most part, no,
you know.
there isn't. But hey, it's fun to try to mix, trying to pretend that you're doing something new, which, you know, to a number of people, it will be something new.
Right.
So, but look at the solid ash on mine. Now
Let's compare and contrast.
This is in contrast to Dad's, which I think yours was the one that took the hit.
But mine's still a great smoke.
It is, I would imagine, but it's fun.
Yeah, it looks like a picture.
Same exact smoke, or same cigar from the same batch, and yours is the one that took the bullet for the rest of them. So
see, there's the logo right side up.
No,
it's got a pretty label.
No band switching here.
First time I ever smoked one of these, I was actually drawn to the label, and I do like Perdomo cigars. And I mean, if I had to only pick a handful of brands that I could smoke for the rest of my life, I would say this might be one of them.
There you
go. Perdomo line, but good smoke.
It's bloody fantastic. I'm having just.
By the way, while we're just having friendly banter and whatnot.
Oh gosh!
I want everybody to note that Mars will be next to Uranus this evening.
Not my anus. My anus is firmly planted in this chair.
Get your mind out of the gutter, son.
It's not in the gutter. I'm just saying my behind is
we're talking about astronomy, not
in this
confused
chair.
With astrology. So
I had to get to it before others did.
Yeah, well done. Well played.
It was going to be either in the comments or I was going to hear about them later.
Just so you know, we're facing almost due west tonight, and there's been a beautiful sunset, and now it's dusk. And a little while from now, the moon's going to come out, and the planets are moving around. And tonight, you're going to have, just so I can be PC, all you jokesters out there, the planet Uranus is going to be immediately next to the planet Mars, just below the moon this evening, which makes for a beautiful view. Some of you may not get that view until pre-dawn, but out here on the West Coast, we'll be able to see it a little bit earlier. That is, if the thunder clouds ever move out the way.
We got
out the way, bitch. Get out the way.
Yeah, we've got some scattered clouds around here, much like the smoke we're blowing from these
scattered clowns.
And clowns, they're everywhere. Where we are in Southern California, after all.
Like that old saying goes, it's like a bowl of granola. It ain't fruits and nuts, it's flakes.
I don't think I've heard that before.
Well, you can't say that anymore.
No, I can't say that anymore, and now I can't unhear that, but that's okay because it's pretty damn funny.
By the way, I just want to confess to everybody, a little piece of ash dropped in my drink a little while ago. I'm still going to drink it.
Oh, that's exactly what happened. That was in the outtakes that I put out last week. I got a nice little, more than just a little flake of ash. It was just like a
we'll call it charcoal. It's good for the digestion.
Yes, it is. I have actually heard of... and I don't know the name of the company or who exactly does it, but I have heard that there is a barbecue sauce company where they will take cigar ash and they will mix it into their barbecue sauce blend to give it a certain kind of smoky flavor. And apparently, it's actually pretty good.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, smoke is smoke, right?
Smoke is smoke, and it's burnt tobacco leaves. I mean, people have put worse burnt wood.
In the barbecue sense, I mean, at the end of the day, it's the aroma from the smoke that flavors the meat.
Yep.
And so in this case, the drink, or what have you. I mean, I got a couple of bags of wood pellets in a drawer over there on my barbecue for my smoker, and you can just get whatever kind of smoke you want from those. What ultimately was sawdust and is formed into pellets. So why couldn't you just take your favorite smoke and save the ash? And I don't know. It sounds like it tastes like feet to me, but but maybe they've got a process that refines.
I would hope so, because I'd like to think they didn't just throw, like, they mixed together some vinegar and some molasses and some sugar, and then they threw in some cigar ash, and ta-da! There you go.
Huh. Well, maybe it was like a really big vat of sauce and just a couple of pinches of,
Yes.
I know I didn't say pinches. I
Pinches.
said pinches. So, but, Keith Richards did snort his father's ashes after he passed away. And so
Yeah, but Keith can't be killed by conventional weapons. This is a proven fact. I feel like Keith Richards could get hit by a bus and he could just walk it off.
Yeah, like in one of those movies where they get hit by the bus, and then the Terminator movies where he just stands up and things start snapping together. I think that's what's kept Keith Richards alive all these years, and hats off to Keith Richards.
I feel like if Keith Richards were to die, that would be the sign of the apocalypse, just because, nothing's killed him yet.
He's outlived several drummers and a bass player. Natural causes in rock and roll have to be drug abuse, and he just soldiers on.
In case you didn't know, the Rolling Stones were an inspiration for Spinal Tap. So, because they kept losing drummers too.
Well, just FYI, I saw their first farewell tour in 1980.
Oh, Jesus
Mick
Christ.
Jagger said, for Christ's sake, we don't want to be doing this when we're 65.
And
Well,
yeah,
they're not. They're 80.
and they still look the same as they did back then. So
Right.
they must be doing something right, or that deal they signed with the devil is still good for another however much longer.
Right. Well, this cigar is called Lot 23, and that deal was cut in 1980, and here we are in 2022. So that makes it Lot 42.
Or something.
Something. Deal with the devil number 42.
Oh my gosh. I think it got to the point where the devil's like, really? You guys still... Okay, here you go. Fine.
All right.
Keep it going. So, Pop, how's your cigar holding up? For a while, it looked like it was kind of fanning out there pretty good, but it looks like it finally caught up to the nicer half of the cigar.
Kind of like the New England Patriots and the Kansas City Chiefs in the second half. They've held together nicely. And there's no more fraying or flanging at the moment, but I see potential.
Did you say flanging?
Yeah, I invented that term. So
All I'm hearing,
flanging, and flandering.
All I'm hearing is phalange, and I'm pretty sure that's like one of the bones in your fingers or something. I don't know. I didn't do so great in anatomy.
Feel free to use it in your future cigar speak, everybody. I don't know these terms. I
I'll-
didn't invent the English
I'll put the
language.
word up here once Dad tells me how to spell it.
Flanging, not philanging. There's a
Or
difference.
philandering.
Phalanges.
Well, mine's got a little bit of loose leaf right here. It decided to get a little lazy towards the end, so it's kind of interesting. It was kind of a flip.
Mine's the opposite. It's very tight.
You've got a slight loose one right there, like right around the same area mine is, but I think yours is going to burn it off.
By the way, what's your favorite way to burn something off of your cigar when it's unevenly burning? Do you just flip it upside down and let oxygen do the work? Or do you break out the old lighter and just burn that sucker to even?
It depends. If it is like super wonky, I'm canoeing or anything like that, and I got this whole one side that is burning down and this whole other side that isn't, I just torch it because I'm not OCD, but I have my OCD moments, and when I see that happening, I'm like, nope, I don't have the patience to let, oxygen do the thing.
Conversely, when you're smoking a cigar and you just know it's not going to work out. You just know there's no draw, there's no burn, but you just can't seem to throw it away. Who experiences physical pain when they throw 3/4 of a cigar in the lighter or in the ashtray? Pardon me. It's just not going to work. You just know it.
I had to do that once.
And your brain's going to implode if you draw any further on this stupid thing like a milkshake through a straw. So
I had to do that once, and it was a Cuban cigar. Once. And it was a Cuban cigar. My in-laws brought me from a trip to Cuba. It was a Monte Cristo Open Master, which I honestly have had some of the worst luck with Monte Cristo. I don't know why. Maybe it's just me. I've had a couple that were really good. There was a couple that were fantastic. Like I had a number 2, not the petites that you bought me, but it was an actual torpedo, long torpedo. That was amazing.
Well, it was probably from Cuba.
It was from
Quite
Cuba.
enjoyed it, but
Yeah, it was
white,
giving him.
white label. I got to tell you, that's probably the only Monte Cristo that like immediately comes to mind where I've smoked them, and they've all been just great.
Yeah, I like the white label. It was
Otherwise,
good.
I got to tell you, it's been kind of dicey with the Monte line here.
The classic
from South
series.
America.
Yeah.
I bought a specialty box of Romeos and Monte Cristos, and there was another line of cigars in that, and they've got a special gold and blue label. You guys know what I'm talking about. And I'm sorry, it's been a busy day, and I usually bring my research with me, but this particular cigar, I mean, it's been kind of hit and miss. When they're good, they're really good, and when they're bad,
They're pretty bad.
I'd rather lick a dog's ass to get the flavor out of my mouth than
He really wouldn't. He's just trying to make a point.
exactly. I'm not advocating the licking of any dog's backside, except in extreme emergencies.
Yeah, I don't even know what would constitute an extreme emergency that would require you to lick a dog's behind, but you can speculate all you
You
want
guys
about
can
that.
discuss. We'll get that in a later show.
No, we won't. We will not, because we would have had to do some research.
I might, because I'll have to go rogue. But I'll use your suggestions as fodder for that show.
That took a turn.
You ever heard that saying? I'm so hungry I could eat the ass out of a running skunk. Okay.
I've never been that
Not
hungry.
that I would. It's merely a metaphor
Yes.
for hunger, not an advocacy of eating skunks' asses,
So,
alive or dead.
anyways, back to the original story after those
Oh, yeah.
weird ass
Sorry.
tangents.
I took
So,
the side road.
yeah, oh man, you took the back
That's how I
roads.
do.
Took the back roads to Hicktown.
Mm-hmm.
I heard banjos. But anyway.
Just wait for our next show on eating ass. That's a whole different subject.
Oh my god. So, speaking of something that was like
Relevant
ass,
to cigars?
that was ass. It was this cigar, unfortunately, and oh my
Not
god,
this cigar.
I could have taken a freaking what do you call those things? A rototiller to this thing, and it would not have opened up because it was packed that tight. It wasn't plugged. I didn't pull out any tree limbs or roots or anything like that, but it was packed so tight.
I feel a metaphor coming on. But go ahead.
Well, it was like sucking a golf ball through a garden hose, as you've said many, many times. And
Suck starting a Harley Davidson.
yes, exactly. I barely got like a handful of wisps of smoke, not even that much. And I don't even think I smoked a 36th of the damn thing. And I poked the crap out of it with a toothpick at the cap to open it up. Didn't do a
That's what she
goddamn
said.
thing. She wouldn't open up. But it was just like, it was terrible. And it did pain me to take that much of a cigar, and especially that, a cigar with that big of a name. Because if it had been just like some rando cheapo cigar, I could have given it a crap. But this was actually a cigar my in-laws, brought me from Cuba. So
Allegedly.
yeah, well, I wasn't there, so I
It
can't.
was in a clear box. It was being sold on the street. It was a Cuban.
Oh, did you get propositioned to buy the clear box of cigars when you were in Mexico?
They waved him my way, but I just walked on by.
There was a dude who almost was whispering in my ear. I was at
My friend.
I was at a gift shop that my wife and I were shopping for a couple things for our kids while we were in Mexico, and I was at one of the little areas closest to the entrance, and I swear I didn't see this guy. I didn't see where he came from, but all of a sudden I hear him. He's like, "Hey man, you want to smoke a cigar?"
Kyle, he came from Mexico.
No shit. Where in Mexico, I don't know.
Cabo San Lucas.
Yes, well, he appeared out of seemingly nowhere, and as soon as he held the box in front of my face with that lovely little crystal-like clear cover, I was like, "Yeah, no, I'll pass." And they happened to be Monte Cristos, so
By the way,
to
man,
speak.
I just, you got to beware in Mexico buying cigars anymore. I've had as many good cigars as I've had bad.
Yeah.
Some friends of ours live in Baja California, in Puerto Nuevo, and I've gone into their local cigar store and bought cigars out of the humidor they were P's and Partagas D's, and they looked and smelled like the real thing. And I got to tell you, one of them I smoked, and I was 4 draws in, and I threw it away. It was just horrible.
Oh, that's nasty. Horrible. Now,
and with what they're charging in Mexico for Cuban cigars anymore, that ought to be considered a crime. I mean, they want us to declare that trash at customs, but I got to tell you, Kyle and I, on our recent trip to Cabo San Lucas, I bought 4 cigars and he bought a couple, and I have to say every one of them smoked wonderfully.
Yes.
They were great.
I had this little, almost like cigarillo, I can't even remember the name, but it was good. I enjoyed it on the balcony with you that night, and then I brought home an H. Upman little tubo cigar.
Yeah.
I had that here out in this little spot.
Yeah. Tried
to record a video, and apparently I was out of space on my computer, so that went nowhere. But the cigar was fantastic.
Yep.
It smoked like a Cuban should smoke. So if it was a counterfeit, it was a very good counterfeit. But the place we went to was actually very nice. It was technically
a beautiful lounge.
It was technically a cigar bar. There was a little place next. There was like compartmentalized. There was a humidor and there was the register, and then you went into a place next to it where you could sit and drink and smoke.
That store was probably about as big as the patio cover we're sitting underneath.
Yeah, it was not very big, but it was kind of cozy. It was nice. It was very well supplied with cigars. It didn't feel like a dive or some shady place that you could pick cigars up at. So I think we waited the proper amount of time before buying cigars for the end of our trip, because we'd been talking about it the whole time, and then we finally just did it. So, but it was a great trip, and it was nice that we didn't get ripped off. So, at least it didn't feel like it. Like I said, if they were counterfeits, it was very good.
Nah, we had a nice trip. Shout out to Playa Grande. It's a Solmar resort. It was fantastic. Next door was another Solmar property called Land's End. If you ever have a chance to go hang out there when you're in Cabo San Lucas.
Sammy Hagar talks about it in the song.
That's right, man. Land's End is a beautiful spot. And then we went to a new property called Rancho San Lucas over by the Hard Rock and the Four Seasons. And, Cabo's expanding, and so there's no new properties within Cabo anymore. So, they're kind of expanding their reach northward, but some beautiful resorts. Nice places to go.
It was a good time.
It was a very good time.
So,
and, probably some of the best meals we had were some of the cheapest meals we had.
Oh, man.
We discovered queso fundido.
Oh, gosh. If you guys are ever in Cabo, and I know that if I ever go back there, I'm going back to this place. I believe it's called Las Guacamayas, which is basically means the parrots. And they had hands down the best food that we ate there the entire time, at least in my opinion. And they had so much great margaritas, great food, all fantastic. So if you're ever in Cabo, go there, please.
Yeah, go to the Sandbar, have a $36 massage, go downstairs and drink your weight in margaritas or beer while you're looking at the bay, which is probably the only swimmable beach in Cabo.
Yep.
It's fantastic.
It was awesome.
And your money goes a long way still in Cabo San Lucas.
It does. So, how are you liking the cigar towards the end? I'm getting some really good flavors, some nice woody notes with a little bit of chocolate and
good flavor, a little bit bolder, still a nice smoke, lots of smoke. I'll smoke this one down until I burn my fingers.
Same. I wish I'd brought my cigar pick, because then I could have just smoked it all the way down to here. Got a nice V cut that opened it up really good, and yeah, this one turned out fantastic.
Yeah.
And with the drink, it was very nice.
Very nice.
So, but yeah, guys, we're just keeping it casual here. No structure, no anything really.
We're not bound by societal norms.
Nothing rigid.
No.
So, screw templates and all that kind of stuff. We're just here to hang out and have a good time.
By the way, if you got nothing rigid, don't worry, there's a pill for that.
See what I mean? Anyways, I know you're all happy when the original Dad Smoking Cigars, Big Kev, comes back. And I was very glad you had your Monday evening available to hang out, Pa. So
that's lunes in Espanol.
And you will be watching this video on Friday, which at the moment the Spanish translation for Friday eludes me.
Well, Google that shit, people. We're not going to break it out for you. You know,
Yeah.
learn something.
Though I was surprised at how much Spanish I remembered while we were in Mexico. Like here in California, I can't remember shit. When we were there and it was necessary, I actually remembered a lot.
You know, it's amazing how my Spanish improves the more I drink. My wife tells me my Spanish is awesome when I have 7 or 12 margaritas.
Oh man, yeah, he becomes a fluent speaker, guys. So
Well, my brain doesn't get in the way.
no, it doesn't. It really doesn't. And it's fun to watch him. It's fun to watch him drink a lot because it's not something he normally does. So it's very entertaining.
There was an evening in Mexico, which I know because I was there. I missed dinner that evening.
Oh gosh.
Caught me a nap.
Oh yes, you did. You were totally down for the count. So
But you know, when you're at a Vanishing Edge pool overlooking the ocean and the drinks just keep coming, what are you going to do?
yeah, for real. Why not? You're on vacation. Screw it.
I can see the beauty in the phrase siesta. Me
I
gusta la siesta.
I really still think we should adopt that practice here in the United States, but we're not gonna.
12 to 2 every day.
Oh hell yeah! Feel
Let's
more
do it.
rested and more productive, more fulfilled. Come on,
Viva la
guys.
siesta.
We're miserable enough here in the States, so let's take it down a few notches instead of kicking it up like we always
Live in the
do.
now, man.
Yes, please. So, anyways, I think that's a good note to end things. Talking about nodding off, kicking off. That's a good place to end it. So, we hope you guys found this entertaining. I sure as hell thought we were pretty entertaining for the most part. So, with all our random tangents and shit. So, it was great having you back on the channel, Dad. I'm
Thanks.
glad.
Great to be here.
Absolutely. Well, it's great to be here. I come here to hang with him because my little studio space, I don't think, be a little claustrophobic for
We're in the great
my.
outdoors.
Yes, it's
And all
nice
that
and
Mother Nature has to offer. Beautiful sunsets, nice breeze.
yep. It's all chill here. So we hope you guys are staying chill, keeping it smoky, and you're enjoying yourselves. So, and as always, we hope you enjoyed this video. Please be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Like this video. Comment how ridiculous you found this video because I love reading the comments when you guys do comment. So, and say hi to my dad so that way I can tell him you said hi.
Hi.
Anyways, guys, that's it for us. Thanks for joining us, and as always, we will catch you in the next one.
Peace. It was the stool. It was the stool.
Keep telling yourself that, Pop.
All right.
You got an elephant under there?
It was the stool.
It was the stool.
Not that stool. It was the one I'm sitting. Never mind.
You better be careful before you drop a stool.
I'm not pushing a stool. I'm not dropping a stool. It's just the stool.